Today we're going to be ranking every single character from Fresh Off the Boat. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with many YouTube channels. Guys, we're going to be ranking every single character from S all the way to D tier. And I'm going to be ranking them based on how much I enjoyed watching them. How interested was I when they were on screen? It's not necessarily like, oh, I literally like who this character is. It's how interested was I. Who is actually the best character? Okay, we're going to start off with Allison. Guys, honestly, I would have liked to see a lot more of Allison in this show. I really would have. I thought her and Eddie had great chemistry. I thought she was funny on the show. I loved the storyline with her and Jessica. Like, she was, honestly, a very, very good character. You know, dare I put her in the S right off the get-go. Every single time she was around, she made the show a lot more interesting. We're starting off with a banger, guys. We're starting off with a big ol' S tier over here, okay? Great character with Allison. Great character. Now, we go from S tier to who the hell is this? I have no idea who this character is. We're adding a new tier, that being NA. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to, like, we're definitely not going to be doing that for the rest. I'm pretty sure I know every single other character. Like, I've watched the show. She had to have been somebody, like, insanely insignificant, okay? Now we have the, Matthew's wife, excuse me. What can I say? Showed up so little. C tier. There's really nothing of significance there. Now we have Brian. Honestly, out of all of Eddie's friends, he's one that I kind of was the least interested in. He had, like, episodes here and there that piqued my interest, but he was good around Eddie. He was a good character. Like, that entire group of friends, they were pretty entertaining. I'm going to put him into the B tier, okay? I think that's pretty fair for him. Now, we have Carol Joan. What am I supposed to say? One of the neighborhood ladies. She's kind of funny. Like, whenever she appeared, like, it's more so like Deidre was probably a little bit better, but she showed up so little that I'm going to have to put her in the C tier. And honestly, same kind of deal for Jessica's sister. C tier as well, but had a little bit more substance. Now, continuing on, we have Dave, another one of Eddie's friends. I liked him a little bit less. He was a little bit more of, like, the butt of the joke, I guess you could say. I think a couple of others of Eddie's friends shine a little bit more. We're going to put them together, though. B tier, low B tier. Now, for Deidre, I think she's a little bit better, to be honest with you. Man, the actor, whoever plays her, is just perfect. You know, for the character, she's so good at what she does, just like being like the little snotty neighborhood woman. You know, like has she ever even had like a solid storyline? But whenever the character's on screen, the show probably gets a little bit funnier. For that reason, I'm going to put her into the A tier. Now we have all of the Wongs. We have Eddie, we have Emery, and we have Evan. Guys, obviously, Eddie himself carries the show. The show revolves around him and Jessica pretty much, I would say. How can you not put him into the S tier? He's entertaining. He's hilarious. I've really enjoyed following his story. He's going to the S tier. Honestly, these two together with their chemistry, whenever they were both on screen together, I think the show was very, very funny, okay? Now for Emery and Evan, both of them also S tier. What can I say? I like Evan a little bit more than Emery, but honestly, guys, I'm keeping Allison up there. We're going to put these two into the S tier as well. I'm not going to knock her for, like, I know we can knock these characters for, like, how often we see them, but we saw her enough where I feel like I could gauge her, okay? Now, for the one host of the show, they're funny. B tier. B tier for when they show up now. Oh, crap. What's this guy? Hector. He wasn't in the show very often, but actually I did like from what we did see him. Like, you know, a bunch of those workers, they had some good chemistry there, too. He was okay. I'm going to put him at the top of C tier. Let's continue on to Honey. Now, I always thought Honey was pretty consistent, to be honest with you. I was a little bit like Rocky on Honey at the very beginning of the show when she showed up, but only as time's gone on, she's been funnier. Again, like, the entire core group, like all of the Wongs with Jessica and Marvin, I think they're all great. We're going to put Honey over to the S tier. Honestly, I'm going to put Honey. I liked her storylines with Jessica more than I actually liked the two boys, so I'm going to put her right. Ooh, this is tough. I'm going to leave her right there. Okay? Now for Grandma Wong. S tier? No. She's not as in-depth. I think A tier. She's funny. She consistently made I watched this entire show with my wife, and she consistently made us both laugh, so she's going to go to the top of S tier. Now, or A tier, excuse me. Speaking of S tier, though, we have Jessica. In my opinion, Jessica carries the show way better than Eddie does. I'm very interested in her. She's hilarious. She is, like, you know, just the story of, like, following her being a mom. I enjoyed everything about her. I think that she carries the show. She is the best character in Fresh Off the Boat. She's going into the S tier, okay? Who is this? I'm sorry, guys. I thought that I would know everybody else here, but I guess we're going to put her into the NA. Now, for the principal. He's okay. We don't see him too often. He's going to go at the top of C tier. Now, Lewis. Like Eddie, like Jessica, he carries the show, and he is an excellent character. He's funny. I liked watching his journey with just, building his family and just getting the restaurant open. Like I said, it's a comedy show. They're all funny. And I'm actually going to put Lewis. You know what? I'm going to put him right behind Eddie. I like Eddie a little bit more. I like Jessica, then Eddie, then Lewis, in my opinion. Now, Lewis's business partner. I'm not going to lie. This one didn't hit all that much for me. I thought he was just okay. I'm going to have to throw him into the C tier as well. Top of C tier, though. I don't know if we're going to get anybody in the D tier, but Marvin. I've always thought Marvin was really funny. Marvin's a great character. From, being that old school old man to just him, he's just being an idiot sometimes. I like his relationship with Honey. I like that he's an old dude with Honey. It's just, his entire character is great. Every episode that he was a part of was hilarious. You know what? I didn't find him as interesting as Honey herself, though. And I'm going to split up Emery and Evan. I'm going to put him right behind Evan. I think that's pretty fair, okay? Now for the other TV show host, just as funny, we're going to put him right there. And for Mitch is pretty good. Mitch always added to the scenes that he was part of. He was consistently funny, in my opinion, and we're going to put him into the A tier, low A tier for Mitch. Now, what's this kid's name? That kid that just showed up that wasn't exactly part of the friend group, he's funny. He's funny. I can't remember his name. Did they even say his name throughout the entire show? He's pretty good. I don't think I can rank him above Eddie's actual friends, though, okay? So we're going to put him right behind Dave. Now, Nicole. Guys, I said this in my reviews for Fresh Off the Boat. I thought Nicole was a very, very strong point in the show, and as time's gone on, whenever she built a relationship with Eddie, I think that's where it really strengthened. You know how I was just hyping up Allison? I think her relationship with Eddie was very, very interesting to watch. I felt that about Nicole, but even stronger. And I know I'm going to hear about this in the comments, guys. I know I'm going to hear about it. I enjoyed watching Nicole and Eddie's stories more than I enjoyed watching Lewis, and she is going right behind Eddie. I thought her character was phenomenal. I thought she was great. From the very get-go of the show, I know she showed up and she was a little bit, excuse my language, I don't know what else to say besides bitchy. She was a little bit bitchy at the beginning of the show, but as we learned a little bit more about her character, she only got better as time goes on. I really, really, really like her character. I'm going to move my face cam down there. I think she's the third best character in Fresh Off the Boat. Now for the officer, we don't see much of him, but he's funny. We're going to put him right behind the manager over here, okay? This chick that was obsessed with Eddie. What can I say? She played a good part, but we didn't see her nearly as much. We're going to put her into the C tier as well. We're going to put her right behind the print. No, we're going to put her right in front of Jessica's sister. Okay, now for Trent. This is tough because there were times where Trent pissed me off, being a bad friend. But there were other times, I think Trent got way better as the show continued on. The last seasons that Trent was part of, he was really funny. But then again, it's not about how much do I like Trent as a friend. It's about how interested was I when Trent was around. And the answer to that was very interested. I think Trent is an A-tier character. He's not... You know what? Guys, the more that I'm thinking about it, I'm sorry. I've been thinking about this in the back of my head a little bit. I think I'm going to knock Marvin and Emery down. They're not quite to the S tier with all these other characters here, in my opinion. And then I'm going to put Trent in that A tier as well. I'm going to put... You know, I'm putting him at the top of A tier. When he started working at the restaurant, he was even funnier. I thought he was a really good character, man, as time's gone on. I wasn't really too fond of him at the beginning, but he grew on me a lot. Top of A tier. Ugh, Trentina. Okay, there's being that, that girlfriend that nags you all the time, okay? And there's being that I know what character she was supposed to be, but I didn't even find her interesting. I just didn't like her. I didn't like her enough to... She bothered me, being on screen because it's Eddie, just break up with her. Just break up with her. I have nothing against the actor, okay? And I feel bad for this from what I'm about to do. I feel bad. I didn't like her. I didn't like her presence. She annoyed me. And I know that might be the goal of the character, but I didn't find myself interested from when she was on screen. I didn't like her. I feel bad for doing this because whoever the actor is, did a phenomenal job playing her. Phenomenal. Okay? I just didn't like any story with her. And I feel bad this is going to be our only D tier. I'm being worried like I'm ever going to, like the actor's ever going to watch the show. You know what the chances of that are? Like, still, she did a great job. Okay, she's a great actor. Just, I didn't like her. Now, Walter. I wish we could have seen more of Walter because he's my favorite out of Eddie's friends. Well, he was my favorite. He was so funny in the first season, I think it was. But then he just kind of like morphed into just being another friend of Eddie's. He was so great at the beginning. But I can't really put him with these other characters over in A tier because he just turned out to just be a guy that Eddie hangs out with. He's better than these two, though. I'm going to put him at the top of A tier, okay? This is Evan's friend, but how often did he even show up? NA. So, I feel like that was a pretty quick video, guys. That has been ranking every single character from Fresh Off the Boat, with Jessica being the best character, followed by Eddie, Nicole, Lewis, and Allison being the top 5, guys. Let me know what you think down below. Thank you so much for watching. Why don't you check out our Season 6 review, where we reviewed the finale of Fresh Off the Boat. I'd love to have you over there. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Take care, everybody.